Need to fix one more thing. I forgot to fix my my audio device, so this will take a moment. Hello. Just had to test my my headphones and stuff like that. All right, now we're on. Now we're back. Well, for some of you, this is something that you've been waiting for, and for others, this is the culmination of Season 7. Because it's time! So, of course, we have the Indianapolis Colts in their first Super Bowl in the Madden series, whereas the Tennessee Titans are making their second appearance and hope to win a second Super Bowl. Now, of course, Elmeister now plays for the Colts, but he used to play for the Titans, so the question is Elmeister going to become a two-time champion with two different teams, or will the Titans become a two-time champion themselves? Also, what's up, Aditra Lewis, a.k.a. Munchie? Nice to see you. Alright. I almost forgot to do this, so this will only take a few moments, but yeah, I'm happy that you're here and you're ready to go, as am I. So I just need to let some people know. So you're going to say Elmeister is going to win, or rather become a two-time champion with two different teams. Well, we'll see what happens, though. Speaking of which, I'm going to let those guys know. So give me a moment here. Someone is going. Yeah, it's going to be. This is going to be hell. Speaking of which, let me just let them know. And also, hey, what's up, Zach Walker? I'm just going to let those guys know. But how is everything going in Zach Walker land? And also, I did have a lot of fun with Joshua with Mario Party Superstars. And also, hey, what's up, Clinton? Good to see Mr. Clinton here. Just letting Elmeister know, or rather saying to him, good luck in the Super Bowl. Very great. Awesome. I'm happy that you're doing well in Zach Walker land. Oh, of course, I forgot to. It's a very nice. Well, I mean, it's rainy outside where I live. It's but yeah, up until now, I had to. Well, I was helping my church pass out food and warm clothes, especially to the homeless. I was helping with that and also run some errands of my own. But throughout it has rained off and on. I don't know where I don't know what the weather is like over there, but you know, over where you guys live. But I'm hoping that it's not too bad. Also, what's up, Walter and JWE? And also, hey, what's up to Chaos Reaper, a two-time champion? And here's another inside storyline. Our good friend Greg Harris, a.k.a. Mythic Legends Wrestling, is already a back-to-back champion, but now he is playing on the Colts. And another question is Greg going to become a three-peat champion? And also Jamar Games, that's another guy I was going to Well, I'm happy that he came because your game is today. All right, so let me just let Elmeister-san know. There we go. And then, and speaking of Greg, let me let him know. But yeah, Jamar is here, so. But yeah, I've had a very nice holiday season. I mean, outside of work, I've had a great time. But yeah, good luck to both teams. Definitely, it's going to come down to whether the Titans can stop Elmeister and and of course whether the Colts can stop the D train or Derrick Henry, whatever you want to call him. That's a very good question, though. And Walter is going to predict that the Titans will win. That's not a bad prediction, though. And also for JT Price, this is his very first Super Bowl game. So this is his Super Bowl debut. And Clinton is going to say the Titans will win. That's all. That's a good assumption there, given that they have a better overall team and they have Julio Jones to balance out the the passing attack with a running attack with Derrick Henry. And that's also good that the Falcons won, though. Yeah, well, your first Super Bowl in your first attempt, or your first season rather. So that is something in and of itself. It's ludicrous, but there you go. And it's also another, and of course, Wrong Button also makes his debut in what turned out to be his first season ever, as it was for Super Mario Under. I'm happy the Falcons won today. The teams are helping the Falcons. Well, I mean, the odds of the Falcons even making the playoffs is a long shot, obviously, but the fact that credit to the Falcons for not giving up, and I'm hoping that they'll definitely build up through the draft. Okay, and then I know I'm forgetting somebody. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Diamond Light. And oh, there's Brandon Cuevas. There he is, who is on the Titans. He's already won a Super Bowl. Oh yeah, Najee, and then I think I have one other person, and then that's it. All you need to know is it ain't going to be an easy fight for both teams. I mean, the anticipation is so thick you could cut it with a knife. But I've also been behind the scenes getting ready for the next WWE show, which I'm still in the midst of doing. And I do have something planned for next week. I'm thinking Sunday, because I might just take Saturday off, though. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that Braun Strowman was in Ring of Honor for for what might be its last show. I mean, kind of a way to go out, really. Okay, so that's all the people that we need to get. All right. Oh, right. I almost forgot. I need to get my pop-out chat. But yeah, I'm sorry for the delays here. It was just simply to get the people who are to be here in. So without any further ado, let's get to it. They're taking a 4-month hiatus. I know they said that, but a lot of people are speculating that it is over. But whether that actually is true, I really don't know. Okay, so of course this is going to be a 10-minute per quarter game because, well, it's the Super Bowl. Why would it not be? And of course the stadium and the time and the weather is already taken care of, so I don't have to worry about that. And also there's Najee, who is also going to be in the Super Bowl. So without any further ado, let's get it. And of course, Najee is the one defensive representative, and whereas the Colts had 4 drafted guys on offense, and Tennessee has a bit of a balanced draft, as it drafted 2 offensive players, 2 defensive players, and 1 kicker. We'll see what happens, but it really will come down to who can stop Elmeister and who can stop Derrick Henry, if at all.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
I'm surprised they didn't include any more presentation than what you see right here. But these are just highlights, though.
Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
It's the National Football League.
It's time.
EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on another team from the AFC, the Tennessee Titans.
I'm surprised it's not as loud as it would otherwise be, but there you go. But of course, with the Titans having the higher seed, that's why they have the home uniforms, the colored uniforms, and the Colts have their white uniforms. And there, of course, there you see Najee. Kind of a bit subdued here. I'm surprised that they aren't like yapping their gums as much as they did in 2 games ago. But nonetheless, though, here it is. It's almost time. And it looks like Tennessee will receive the ball to begin this game, whereas Indianapolis is going to start off with it in the second half. But yeah, they picked a great opportunity, or a great venue to host Super Bowl 56. And there you see JT Price, who is making his Super Bowl debut, and it took 7 seasons to do it, but he's here.
Prologue as this Super Bowl is underway.
All right, so they'll take it out, and they will start at the 23-yard line.
The 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now come the Titans.
Well, here comes Tannehill and, of course, Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans.
And third with Tennessee.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
All right. And, of course, on offense, you have Brandon as an offensive tackle and Wrong Button as a tight end. Tannehill, he's going to air it out, and did he catch it? He caught it! 32 yards to, of course, Julio Jones. And Tennessee's not going to mess around. They're just going to go right for the jugular.
You always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got
That's a great first pass there.
And almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play,
it's a great catch there. Well, now we'll see if the Colts can adjust from here on out. They hand it off, and he only gets 2 yards, does the D-Train, Derrick Henry. But yeah, what's up, JT?
Rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find
a completion, and is that enough for a first down? Nope, just 1 yard short. My jaw dropping seeing that. What was? The fact that he caught it, like the catch by Julio Jones. I'm just curious. That's all. And they hand it off, and he's got daylight, and this could be, I believe, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry.
With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Titans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Wow, Titans did not mess around. They just went for the jugular and already take a 6-0, soon to be 7-0 lead.
Watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble.
I did say coming in whether the Colts were going to be able to stop Derrick Henry, and the answer is no.
But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
All right, so 7-0 for Tennessee. Also, what's up, Jose? And Jose, well, as you can see, look at the score. As we are live here in SoFi Stadium. I will say that this is a big step up from Hard Rock Stadium 2 years ago, or from Madden 20 2 years ago. But there you see Super Mario Under, number 7, about ready to kick off. So now it is up to the Colts to answer back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we still got 8:50 in this quarter left to go, and a whole lot of game left to do so. Well, here comes Elmeister.
And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles.
And that's a guy that no team that has faced him has been able to stop. They haven't been able to stop Elmeister. The Saints couldn't stop him, and the Rams couldn't stop him.
He's going to need to play a near perfect 4 quarters of football.
Well, we'll see if Tennessee's up to the task. I mean, Tennessee does have Jose Blanco at strong safety and JT Price at cornerback. All right, here we go.
Throwing here on first down.
And, ooh, almost got picked off immediately was Elmeister.
And lost it, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And there you see Jamar Games, number 89. Hey, how's it going, Bio? Welcome to the Super Bowl.
They'll drop to throw.
And Elmeister gets a completion to Diamond Light for 7 yards.
Following a pickup of 7.
3rd and 3.
To the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
All right, 3rd and 3 at the 32. They need this. They fake the handoff, but as Elmeister was going to try to get a run, he couldn't get anything, and Landry stopped him. So now there's big dilemma here. Do you go for a field goal and only cut it down to a 4-point game? Or do you try to go for it, knowing full well that if you miss, you give up great field position here? And also hello to, well, Matt D'Angelo, or at least that's what the name says in the chat there. But so hello to D'Angelo here. And nice recovery, and they will stop him at the 24. And that was Jose Blanco that ran it back to the 24. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, wasn't Matt D'Angelo like your, what is it, your Twitter handle, and then Tina's your real name? But anyway, welcome to the show, Tina.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football.
Okay,
back,
so that's kind of what it was. All right. So they hand it off, and this time they do a much better job stopping them. Excuse me.
Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. I know the scouting report.
Yeah, just what I figured. Sorry, I had something in my throat. All right, so they only get 2 yards out of that one. Do the Titans. And, well, and Tannehill manages to get the ball away before he gets sacked. But now it's a 3rd and 8.
Be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he's standing in the pocket.
So at the 26-yard line,
no, not enough time. They hit him.
Titans already up by 7, and they want to increase their lead, but of course the Colts want to make sure they get the ball back. They get a completion, but they don't get a first down.
Good tackle there right around the 30, stops him short of the first down.
Nice catch there by Wrong Button for 4 yards, but not enough to get a first down.
I think defensively you're okay with that.
But it's good to see you, Tina, and
that's what you count on, and I like what you just said.
And well, now again, nice catch there by Button, but he couldn't get very far.
You tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
All right, nice kick. And where's this going to go? Well, nice tilting the field in their position does Tennessee, as Indianapolis will have to start at the 22.
Second drive coming up here for the
Bio is eating dinner. I mean, why not? Dinner and a movie, baby. And then Walter saying hello to JT and to Jose. And then Joshua's doing a Brum moment. What's the Brum moment for? Well, for Elmeister, I mean, he did not have a good first series. So now it's his chance to redeem himself and get further down the field. They hand it off.
This is Jonathan Taylor.
And decent run there by Jonathan Taylor for 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
That sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me.
Yes, dinner and a Super Bowl. That's always a good thing. I like that. Yeah, they got to get serious, knowing full well that Tennessee, Tennessee they upsetted.
Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's
they upsetted the Ravens, and then they upsetted Seattle. Although the game with Seattle was close until the second half, and then they just ran away with it. 3rd and inches, and Super Bowl IRL is always around my birthday. Oh, it is?
I say go with your best running play.
So not only do you get some great food, you also get some good gifts. 3rd and inches. Do they run for it? They do, but did he get enough yards? That's the question. They do. They get enough. It's just enough, baby.
Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
I mean, one of my favorite things to eat during the Super Bowl is nachos, and then other times I like to eat chicken wings. You guys can tell me in the comments what you like to eat during the Super Bowl when you watch it, if you do. I mean, not too long ago, I had some chicken, like not fried chicken, but like oven roasted chicken. Nice catch there by Doyle, although only for a minimal gain of 3 yards there. The second half, Seattle didn't show up. Yeah, unfortunately, Russell Wilson and, well, better yet, the whole team just did themselves in, I hate to say. So it was hardly your fault, really.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
And unfortunately for Elmeister, they lost a couple of yards on that reception for a tackle for loss by Byard. All right, let's see. Matt says, Tina says chicken wings. JT also says wings, but not buffalo wings for Tina. Pizza and spaghetti and sweet tea. Pizza, nachos, and... Okay, enough of this shit. I'm done. I'm done. There.
The Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. I had to get rid of that troll. Pizza, spaghetti... Oh, I'm sorry. Pizza, nachos, breadsticks, chicken wings. And then Joshua was like, I prefer whatever I find. Chicken wings and little sandwiches. Yeah, pizza's always good. You never can go wrong with pizza. But as we were talking about that, Indianapolis has to once again punt the football.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard
All right, so nice catch there, or a nice fair catch by Jose. So Jose not only plays strong safety, but he also returns. But he also does the kick returns as well. So far, Tennessee is in the lead, but they only have that one touchdown that they started with. I don't know what it is about that guy. Not that I want to know.
Now Tannehill.
And Tannehill, what? Intercepted!
It's intercepted.
Intercepted by who else? Our boy, Najee. Najee intercepts it.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there,
Look at that.
partner.
Anticipated the pass on A.J. Brown. In fact, A.J. didn't even see Najee come in, and Najee intercepts it, and now the Colts have the ball back again.
Once more. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Sorry, playing a game and missed it. No worries, there, Clinton. Really. And of course, JT not too happy about it because now that puts him back on the field, where he just got off the field, hoping that his offense would have a much longer run. But now, Elmeister has a great field to work with at the 39. They hand it off to Johnny Taylor.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
So they get 7 yards on that.
First down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh in his old
but yeah, I can imagine that JT Price was not too happy with, his quarterback getting intercepted by, of all people, Najee. But yeah, Najee, great play there. I mean, that's 2 interceptions in as many games. He got one last game. Okay, that makes more sense. That you want the Colts to avenge the Seahawks. Understandable. No, it's not what the Titans wanted. But if you're the Colts, this is exactly what you wanted. You wanted the ball back, and you have great field position to do it.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. What are they going to run or are they going to pass it? They're going to pass it. Nice quick hit. And they get to the 18. Who caught that one? That was Doyle who caught it.
And that's well executed.
Either slant or a run. So in other words, you thought that they should either run at the very least and not perform a pass that Tannehill did, which got picked off by Firefox, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. JT. I mean, it's still early, but yeah, I can see what JT is saying. You don't want to give up turnovers that early in the game. Now Elmeister gets it, and he gets it to Greg Harris, who, as I mentioned before, Greg Harris already has 2 Super Bowls won back-to-back in the previous 2 Madden series Super Bowls. So if he was to win with the Colts, he would become a 3-peat champion. So that's also another thing that's at stake in this game, at least for Greg. And nice catch, and I believe that was Doyle who caught it at the 1. So now Indianapolis has a chance to tie the game up.
Following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
All right. They're going to run it, and they got it. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor.
There on the touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl.
Come on, Jamar Games, get your head in the game. Well, they went to Johnny Taylor instead, but they got it, and they did.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one.
But without question, that turnover that Najee got to get his offense back on the field, to get Elmeister and the rest of the offensive unit back on the field. Yeah, you can pretty much give the assist to Najee. As what just happened? They ran it in for a touchdown with Jonathan Taylor, and they tied this up with an extra point. And after 1 touchdown apiece, it is 7-7 with 2:12 in the first quarter left to go. Still plenty of game left, though. Good drink there. By the way, I'm drinking Coke Zero Sugar. I know. I'm just shocked. That's all. Okay, not a problem. I mean, you guys mentioned what you guys like to eat. What do you guys like to drink? Because in recent years, I've come to enjoy zero sugar cola, whether it be Pepsi or Coca-Cola. I have Coca-Cola in my hand right now, and that stuff is always good. I've just had to go to zero sugar so that way to control my sugars. I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic, but I don't want to get to that point.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading
iced tea and Coca-Cola, those are always good.
It was his interception on the last drive that wound
I love root beer. I get it when I can. Not always, but when I do get it,
you know why?
it's for a good reason.
So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Brisket tea, that's always good too. All right, so the Titans have it at the 24. Mountain Dew, I always get that, or another interception.
And he's got some space here.
And this could be, I believe, nope, not enough. But it was Rodgers this time who gets an interception. What the hell is going on here? What the hell's going on with Tannehill? He's now turned into a pick machine now.
But he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know
Regular straight tea, that's always good. I like that one.
But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown,
and if you're Clinton or anyone who was going for the Titans, now you have to be wondering. You're just face palming now. And Bio, on the other hand, is having a field day though.
Suddenly it's first and goal after
already 2 turnovers for Tennessee. And should they lose, they can go back and just look at the fact that they turned it over at this point in time.
No gain on the play.
All right, so they actually that's a no gain. Never mind. Still at the 4 though.
Because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah,
well, I mean, it is just a game, JT, but it's not life. It's not life or death, but I know that you wanted to win, though. That's all I know.
Second and goal.
Second and goal. And a touchdown to Greg Harris, a.k.a. Mythic Legends Wrestling, and he gets a touchdown of his own, as Elmeister gets a passing touchdown as well. Okay, cool. I didn't want to be, I didn't want to get so serious all of a sudden, but in all due seriousness, nice catch there by Greg Harris, Mr. Mythic Legends Wrestling. He's got some good hands. Although we have a booth review, we'll have to find out what's happened, what the deal is with that one, but
they're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
I want to say, yeah, of course he had his feet in bounds. What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, of course, if you're the Titans, you got to stop, if you're Tannehill, you got to stop getting picked off. That's a #1 thing. I mean, as far as Indianapolis is concerned, you're doing exactly what you want to do.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown.
All right, so it is going to be a touchdown, so fair play.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
So we'll now find out what Tennessee's going to do.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away
after giving up 2 picks and 2 subsequent touchdowns.
Taking it about the 1.
And he gets to the 27. That's not a bad return there. Excuse me.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty.
So already 2 picks.
We'll see if they can do better.
3 for 6 already.
Throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception.
And Tannehill this time gets a completion.
Receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before.
And they got it to wrong button, number 82.
And that was good protection.
Nice catch there by wrong button.
Protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right. At the 42. And he's going to run and catch it. Somehow, he manages to get a completion. Well, I'll be damned. I mean, that was one of the more awkward throws. That could have easily been intercepted, but Reynolds was able to catch it and get a first down.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket.
But JT's saying we got to run it.
Breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly
and
right.
they try to run it with Derrick Henry. They get a few yards. Actually, they don't even get anything.
Out of the pocket.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 10, and right now Tennessee is trying to think, what can we do? Like we've thrown it and we've got intercepted twice. If we try to run it, they'll know we are trying to run it. But now Tannehill, another completion, and again by Reynolds, and they get it to the 25 as we end the first quarter. At the end of one, it is 14-7. Indianapolis. Well, now Tennessee's starting to get a little bit of momentum going their way after, giving up 2 picks. So this is a big series for them here.
Now a 1st down throw,
Tannehill dumps it off to wrong button and gets a couple more yards out of that one.
2 yards shy of the marker.
2nd and 2 at the 17.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay,
well,
so they gave up the completion.
Well, to their credit, they're not giving up. So there you go.
Stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Tannehill, a completion, and did he get a touchdown? He got it to A.J. Brown. I want to say he got in, but we'll see if the ball broke the plane when he caught it.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired,
and it looks like, I don't know, I couldn't
figure
really
out
see
how
the
to
angle
slow
on
you
that
down,
one, but it looks like it's going to stand, and it will stand. So Tennessee does in fact get the touchdown, and with the PAT by Super Mario Under, they tie the game up. It's now a 14-14 game. So now it's a new game.
That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Tennessee
So great play
score.
there by, well, I mean, great drive there by Tennessee. if I were the Colts, I would not be very confident, as this kind of BS happened before. Yeah, it has happened before, where they would be in the lead and then they lose it and they never regain it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one
As
away.
Super Mario Under will kick it off. And they will just take the knee and go to the 25.
Will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth,
well,
it's going to come
it
down
was
to
a clear
who can get
touchdown
stop.
because otherwise they would have reviewed it just to make sure. But if that was what it was clear for, I'm not going to argue it.
They go play action here.
They faked the handoff. And, that almost got intercepted by number 54 of Tennessee.
You got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And that was Evans who almost came up with an interception of his own, but could not handle it. Now it's 2nd and 10. They hand it off.
His first carry, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the
However,
27.
Hines only manages to get 2 yards on that one, and a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Question is, are they going to pass? They should, but they could always fool it.
This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Elmeister. And he gets it off, and he got it to, who did he get it to? I couldn't see it, his name there. Number 14, Pascal. Great catch by Pascal. Very underrated player in his own right, really. Assessing these situations now, Colts ain't letting this slide. And as they shouldn't. I mean, they can't let what Tennessee just did to tie the game rattle them. I mean, to be perfectly fair, I mean, both these teams have came so far to make it to the Super Bowl.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw.
It would be an absolute shame if one of them was to let up right here, right now.
And he'll be taken down.
Nice catch there by Doyle to get a first down at past the halfway point at the 46.
The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Kind of funny how they use a still image on that tablet, because it would have been so cool if it had a non-still image, you know what I mean? Anyway, there you see Jamar, number 89. So far, he hasn't had a catch yet, but who knows? His number could be called up pretty soon. And another catch by Doyle, and he gets all the way to the 27.
Past the 30, almost to the 25.
Great catch, great run, and there you see Najee.
And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on first down.
They go for the run, do the Colts, but they manage 1 measly yard on that one. So nice tackle there by Simmons to limit it to just 1 yard.
There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
2nd and 9 at the 27. They hand it off again,
down to the 25.
but this time Jose was able to stop him. So good stop there by, or I'm sorry, that was Evans who stopped him. Never mind. My bad.
Dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On
3rd and 8.
He'll drop to throw.
And Elmeister, is he going to run? He is going to run, and he gets the first down.
Down inside the 15 he goes.
Wow, I'll tell you what, though.
Man,
Elmeister,
that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get
and that's one of the things about Elmeister that you have to contend with. As if his arm was not bad enough, you have to deal with his legs. And Elm, I mean, I'll tell you one thing, that boy can run. I mean, heck, he is a Colt, so why would he not run?
Now they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13.
Now they'll look to throw.
And
Throwing over the middle,
an
it's
incompletion.
Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this.
I like that.
How did
What do you like, my friend?
Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right, 2nd and 10. This time the clock is off. Now they hand it off. But unfortunately, Taylor could not get the edge or the angle that he needed. And in fact, they lose a yard because of it. Elmeister not letting. Not letting up. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Elmeister's not letting up. I mean, after all, like I said, actually, you weren't here. I said before that Elmeister already was a Super Bowl champion. And oddly enough, he was with the Titans when he won it. So
the Colts on 3rd down.
The fact that he's trying to lead a second different team to a championship, it speaks volumes. Elmeister going to run.
Pushing.
No, wait, fumble!
It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover
and Molden manages to get the fumble recovery. And now the Titans get the ball back.
Say all of the time, one starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up
and he gets, and it was Elmeister that got upended, and he fumbled the ball, and now the Titans got it back.
Hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play.
And now it's Bio XE, or EX, excuse me, that's face palming. I'd imagine if you're Clinton, you're doing the opposite now.
The Titans offense
well, now Indianapolis got themselves a turnover now. And then Najee's like, no.
On the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection.
Anyway, nice catch there by Reynolds to get a first down at the 22.
Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what the Titans needed. They needed a stop, and they got it.
Right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Anyway, there's Najee on the field, number 22, who already has an interception of his own.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. This complete to Jones.
A completion to Julio Jones.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I thought someone was trying to call for me. Anyway, 2nd and 1 at the 32.
Tannehill now to throw.
Tannehill, he's going to go for it. No, intercepted.
Third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And well, they take him down, but it was Blackman who got it this time.
This is taken up past the 30.
I'm like, what the hell is going on here with all these picks? And just a moment ago, a fumble. I mean, great catch there by Blackman, Julian Blackman, or Blackmon.
After the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts.
And now it's Clinton that's going to be face palming in just a moment.
Over here offensively. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that. Because
somebody getting money under the table.
points on the board
if Titans lose, we riot.
And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
Anyway, they hand it off to Taylor. He gets a few yards, but not very many. In fact, he gets 3. Why are we throwing for feet's sake?
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback.
Anyway, there you see JT Price, number 42.
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now Elmeister gets it up to, of course, Greg Harris. Mythic Legends Wrestling. Great catch by him. 3 receptions, 24 yards. So great game by him. Can we not get another second place in the Super Bowl? And now Elmeister's going to have to run. But it was Landry who got himself a sack, and he gets a hold of Elmeister and gets him down.
The former Boston College Eagle. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
2nd and 11 now.
All right, 2nd and 11 at the 45. Elmeister gets a dump off. So a screen pass to Hines, and they get it to the halfway to midfield.
He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass.
All right, so 3rd and 6 at the halfway, or at half field, excuse me. And nice catch, but unfortunately they didn't get very far. In fact, they lost a couple of yards because of that. So that's a tackle for loss by Simmons, and Tennessee doing pretty well defensively though. Hey, what's up, Diamond Light? Well, so far it's a tie game. You've had at least 1 reception, but that was in the first quarter. So what happened was Tennessee got the touchdown to open up the Super Bowl, and then Tennessee committed 2 back-to-back picks, each time leading to a touchdown. Then Tennessee tied the game up, and this is where we are right now. And unfortunately for Blanco, he was unable to make a move, and the Titans will have to start at the 17 in this case.
Following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them.
All right, Tannehill. And they get the completion to A.J. Brown. But anyway, great to see you, Mr. Diamond Light. I want to make sure that I said hello to you. Yeah, the thing is, Indianapolis had 3 interceptions, 2 of which led to touchdowns. And of course, one of them was made by your boy, Najee. All right, now it's time for the 2-minute warning, as it is tied 14-14. At work right now, but go team go. No, understandable. Reynolds again, and Reynolds to the 44, and I will say this, Reynolds is having himself a great game in his own right. 5 receptions for 70 yards. That's not a bad yards per reception there. Now Tannehill. Another reception. This time to Brown. They managed to get maybe 2 yards on that one. But now it's a 2nd and 3. Or actually, no, they got 7 yards on that. What am I saying?
Especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
They faked the handoff to Henry. And, ooh, almost, almost caught, but it was dropped. 3rd and 3.
So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
To the air again, Tannehill.
And Tannehill, a completion to wrong button.
It's complete.
And a timeout.
Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Good drink here. 58 seconds left to go in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Tannehill with a completion to wrong button. He gets by one, he gets by 3 guys, and finally he goes down, but not before getting a first down. So great job there by wrong button to just simply run him over. Wrong button having himself a relatively quiet game, but he's doing pretty well.
Tannehill throwing again.
And Tannehill with another throw and another completion to who else? Wrong button.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now they're at the 7.
He's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this
anyway,
game,
nice tackle there by Najee to stop Button from scoring. 1st and goal at the 7 with 24 seconds and counting. And an incompletion.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Tannehill.
And Tannehill gets it to A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Titans. And that's his 2nd of the game for A.J. Brown.
Half is winding down. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
The Titans have taken the lead as we go into the half, but a great way to end the half for them.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Now the try here for
all right, so Super Mario Under with a point after touchdown.
It's up and good, and that'll
he gets it, so of course Under responsible for 3 of those points.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
All right, 16 seconds left to go in this first half. I mean, this has been a very, very back and forth game.
So not much time to speak of.
Like, not one team has held the lead for any longer than maybe 5 minutes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Well, they get to the 27, and they have 13 seconds in which to get from the 27 to a touchdown or maybe even a field goal attempt. Indianapolis does have all 3 timeouts, so they have it if they need it.
Come to the line ready to start their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
They hand it off.
And defensively, they're just
Well,
looking to keep him
they go for a
contained
quick
as they're
run,
able to get him
and they
down.
call a timeout with 9 seconds left to go.
Taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Of course, if you're Tennessee, you have the lead. The worst thing you can do is give up a big play
6
right here.
yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And if you're Elmeister, you have to just simply take what the defense gives you. All right, here we go.
Set up a throw.
A throw on the run and almost got picked off.
Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
So now 5 seconds left to go in this game, or in this half, I should say.
With a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
So 3rd and 4, but doesn't really matter about the first down. It matters if they can get a touchdown or anything like that. So Elmeister.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that could have been gathered, but unfortunately it was dropped. And that's going to do it for the half. Hiya, Crushing Kelly.
In the Super Bowl, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA
Anyway, great to see Kelly here.
Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in.
And of course, there you see Derrick Henry getting that first opening touchdown in the opening drive.
Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it, as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks.
But yeah, great to see you, Crushing Kelly.
Still anyone's game as we welcome you
How's everything going in Crushing Kelly land? Well, outside of the fact that, you know, you've had some hard times, and I don't want to go too much into it, but I know that that's what you've had to deal with, and I know that such a thing is not very easy, and I mean that happened when I lost. Well, I don't want to go too far into it, but it's something that has happened in my life from time to time. Nonetheless, though, Tennessee leads 21-14 as we begin the second half. And they will just take the knee.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return.
But for Elmeister and the rest of the Colts, they need this touchdown right here.
Trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly
Doing the best
way
I
they
can,
planned in the
TJ.
first half.
Appreciate
To
the
me,
love
they
and
appeared to be
support.
A little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't, but of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
All right, so 1st and 10 at the 25. They hand it off. And I'm not sure why he went back inside. He could have just went outside, but oh well. They get 6 yards on that one, 2nd and 4. Offense, you got to make something happen. Absolutely. But you also have to take care of the ball. You cannot turn it over right here if you're the Colts. They hand it off. And Taylor gets all that and a first down. They get to the 38.
Run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards.
Nice tackle there by Jose.
But he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL. And by the last quarter of the season,
and another thing I should mention is that Jose has never won the Super Bowl. And intercepted! Intercepted by Evans, and this could be, I believe, touchdown Titans. As Evans, 39 yards off of that interception, and now Tennessee has about doubled its lead.
I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well, but I got to go back a ways.
And then Najee's like, WTF.
Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And of course, the coach,
when they won their Super Bowl championship against
kind of like doing this, like that.
How about James
Clinton, is that your team?
100 yards right before
anyway,
the half ended. That was a big time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl.
And of course, if you're Elmeister, I had to imagine if you're Elmeister, you got to be sick to your stomach. And why would you not be? You just gave up a big, big play right there. Favorites are the Titans, Packers, and Broncos. Only team I have not played for is the Titans. Yeah, it very well could happen. However, like the old saying goes, you could be in the lead right now, but there's always that chance that Indianapolis could come back.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they will wrangle it down.
All right, so they get to Rodgers, and Rodgers will take it to the 28, so that's a very good start for Indianapolis, but already Elmeister going to have to find a way to right this ship because I'd imagine Elmeister may be nominated to be put through a table or something if, you know, and I'm talking about Najee and Diamond Light doing that to Elmeister, even though they're good friends, but, and I am just simply, you know, shooting the shit, or as they say, taking the piss out of it.
After the pick six, they go
and not an interception, that's an incompletion.
Late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Right now, Tennessee taking control, much like they did against Seattle last game that they had in the semifinals.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
I mean, that was Crushing Kelly's last game that we had for her.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
They get it to Taylor, and Taylor gets 3 yards.
Taken down at the 31.
So a 3rd and 7.
Expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And another interception. What the hell is going on here? I mean, great catch there and great interception by Byard, but what the hell is going on here?
So an opening
I mean, first of all, it was Tannehill that was being the pick machine, and now it's Elmeister that's being the pick machine.
Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it.
I mean, again, great play there by Byard. I mean, he did what he had to do. I mean, that's his job, but
now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Wow. Just wow. I'm kind of out of words to say. Really, I am. Anyway, I should mention the 4 teams that are going to be featured for next season.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I mean, great first down conversion there as they get to a first and 10 at the 35. Excuse me, I can't talk. I think the Titans are copying the Colts. Yeah, because that's what happened with the Colts when they faced off against the Rams in their semifinal fight there. But anyway, I may as well mention the 4 teams that are going to be featured. And it happens to be the Final 4 from last year's playoffs. So they give it to Henry, but he doesn't get very many yards. In fact, he only got a single yard there. But anyway.
A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'll finish typing it out after this play here. They hand it off again.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 26.
And a 3rd and 1.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
All right, I'll submit it after this one. And a nice catch there by Wrong Button. And Wrong Button with a nice catch. 7 receptions, 84 yards. So far, you know, Wrong Button having himself a great game of his own. But anyway, here are the 4 teams that will be featured. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Buffalo.
Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
If Crushing Kelly wants to come back, I have a feeling I know exactly which team she would want to be on.
It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
I'll let her think about that. Now it's a 1st and 10 at the 10. They try to hand it off to Henry, but he doesn't get very far. In fact, that's a no game. Also, hey, what's up, Adrian? Yo, Adrian. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew that Crushing Kelly. Well, I'll tell you what, Crushing Kelly, I will definitely put you on Green Bay. Well, and oh, nice catch there by, of course, Henry, but he only gets to the 6-yard line though. And for Jamar, he's getting very upset with the fact that the Colts are letting this game slip away. Yep, that's Chambly. Yep, he did.
That's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Well,
End zone, but it's incomplete.
okay, well that's an incompletion there.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive.
I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well myself personally. I had a great weekend.
That drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
You know I have to root for the if I come back, TJ Law. Well, anyway, they settled for a field goal, as if that was a bad thing. But anyway, great kick there by Super Mario Under. I'll tell you one thing, SMA is doing pretty well, at least when it comes to the kicking game. So the kicking game's not a problem for them. Oh boy, but if you're a fan of the Colts, this may be a long game. My Niners just won in overtime, so I'm lit right now. Awesome. But yeah, Adrian, your boy, Wrong Button, who's a tight end on the Tennessee Titans, is having himself a great game, Adrian. I hope the Packers beat the Bears tonight for real. Yeah, I mean, I have an aunt, by the way, who is a Packers fan.
This is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
And a catch by Greg Harris. We'll see if this helps them kickstart their comeback attempt. If they're going to do it, they got to make their run right now. One of my best friends is a Packer fan, Honored TD, or DT, excuse me. I leave 10 minutes for this. Yeah, I mean it was a close game, and then Tennessee just runs away with it. I mean, they get the lead going into the half, and then Elmeister threw a pick six, and then Tennessee ended up getting another touchdown, or not a touchdown, sorry, a field goal. Demarius Thomas, yeah, I heard that he passed away. I don't know how it happened, but he gets it off.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's
Now
nice
a 3rd
job
and 10.
defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about
Gives
the running
Diamond Light
back.
a hug
In this
because
case, they did
he
not,
looks like he
and
needs
dropped
one.
it for
Yep.
good gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Anyway,
They'll set up the screen to
he gets it off, and
he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought
yes,
down at the
rest in peace to
45.
Demarius Thomas. Yeah.
Going good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them
Anyway,
down
nice,
just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Anyway, now it's a 4th and 5, and
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt.
of course they're going to punt it away.
Fair catch called for.
So a fair catch called at the 10.
10.
I mean, at this point, now if you're Tennessee, the worst thing you could do is throw it, get intercepted, and pick 6th.
1st and 10. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. On one hand, as we look at some of his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's what his teammates are interested in, because they pick things up for him throughout. You got to look over the defensive side.
Hey, what's up, Cal?
Those guys have made
K-A-O.
Now his goal.
Oh, DL. Oh, DL. Yes. Diamond Light.
Forget about those 3 picks,
Actually,
move on.
Crushing Kelly, I do have a question for you, but I'll have to ask it in the DMs.
And not much
Nothing
there
too
at all.
serious.
He'll get
It's
this only up to about
I
the
didn't want to mention it here because I didn't want to put you on the spot.
In on the tackle.
But yeah, what's
Sometimes you
good?
have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line.
But yeah, he was gone too soon, I hate to say.
To try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Yeah, I would be worried about a pick 6 if they try to keep passing it. And nope, almost got picked off, but incompleted.
Football, nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest.
Okay, well, I didn't notice the dislike, so
You do so.
I don't have the dislike in front of me, so I'm fine with that. But I knew you meant to. You didn't mean to do that.
After an incomplete
Yeah, that is a good question. What was that? What kind of throw was that? That could have easily been picked off.
Here's Tannehill.
Tannehill. They get it.
And right side, Henry's got it.
And they got it to Henry, who's having a Marshall Faulk-like game. And he almost got it for a touchdown, but they'll have to settle for the ball at the 2. I'll tell you one thing. I did say going into this game whether Indianapolis was going to be able to stop Derrick Henry.
He's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles
And hello
through
to
great
Ruth
tackles.
Robinson.
And then they finish with
Oh, Henry.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. To throw is Tannehill.
And that was a bad throw.
Man, he missed him. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old.
And now Jamar is being, like both Diamond Light and Jamar are being very upset.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
KAO. They hand it off to O. Henry, and O. Henry got himself another touchdown. I mean, the Titans are just dominating right now. I mean, look at the fireworks outside. Look at the fireworks you can see on the roof.
Extend their lead in the Super Bowl. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that
well, for Najee and Diamond Light, it's back to the drawing board.
To get them over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to follow.
Let me go back and as far as extra points.
The drive summary that time, 5 points.
Should I be like Lucy and set up a therapy stand for 5 cents? Anyway, well, these are the teams that will be featured in next season. So of course, so we have 40 players, like 40 created players, and we will have 4 teams. So each team is going to have 10 players. That's going to be the most that any team has ever had in the Madden series. But it also means that we will have only 3 games in the entirety of Season 8, because we'll have an AFC and an NFC championship game and the Super Bowl. But yeah, for JT Price, the fact that JT has had some fairly rotten seasons with the Raiders, and then finally he joins a winning team, and his fortunes change. Okay, I'm getting sick of this. Yeah, okay, I'm getting sick of this user here.
You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Of course, this is the troll I was telling you guys about.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And Elmeister. Oh, they have a... Okay, what kind of throw was that? Anyway, what's the flag for? A holding against Indianapolis. Well, it wouldn't have mattered, as that's going to put him back. I mean, Indianapolis just not having a good game. Like, after they tied it at 14-14, Tennessee just ran away with it. And also, thank you very much, Kelly, for timing him out. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. I don't play this game, actually, so if you're asking me if I'm good, chances are I'm not.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
Anyway, nice run there by Hines to get all that yardage back.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Nice catch.
Toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And a third and inches, rather, excuse me. Yep, thank you very much, Kelly.
Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw here.
And, wow, not even close. Elmeister just not having himself a good game, and, you know, you really can't fault Elmeister completely. I mean, you also have to take into consideration that, you know, Tennessee is really that good of a game, or that good of a team, excuse me. And yes, it is AI versus AI, so I'm not playing the game, actually. I'm just simply letting the computer do it. But if I was to try to play the game, I probably would suck.
8 yards on the return following a punt.
Anyway, nice 4-yard return there on the punt return, rather, excuse me, by Jose.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game.
Same here, TJ. I stink at playing 2K19. Anyway, nice catch by, of course, King Henry. Again, King Henry he's having himself a Marshall Faulk-like performance. For those who don't know, Marshall Faulk was a running back, and in addition to, you know, getting rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, he also, you know, added to that the ability to catch receptions and get receiving touchdowns as well. So,
not much on that run, Charles.
So, yeah, ever since Marshall Faulk became the biggest thing at the turn of the century, I mean, there have been running backs since then that have added the receiving game in addition to the running game. And then Adrian says, I suck at Street Fighter. Tannehill with a nice hookup to Adrian's buddy,
And he will have
Wrong
the
button.
Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'd just be smashing buttons for Street Fighter.
Be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no
Yeah, I
signs
probably
of
would
backing
be
down,
too, unless I
even
knew
with
what
a
I was
3-score
doing.
lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That Rams squad should have won multiple Super Bowls. They probably should have. All things considered. Another catch. Nice catch to, I can't see his name. Ferkster. I mean, right now, Tennessee is just dominating this game. What can I say about this? That's the end of the third, and we still got one more quarter to go. But yeah, at the end of the first, it was the Colts that were ahead, 14-7. But since then, Tennessee ended up scoring 31 points unanswered. Well, I'll never win a Super Bowl. Well, maybe not this time, but you never know. You might win next year. Well, yeah, I believe we've established that you don't like them, so you know. You don't have to keep saying it. You really don't have to.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down,
so they hand it off, and they get nothing. And for Indianapolis, that is their first successful defensive stop in a long time. But like the old saying goes, it may be too little too late.
Stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Titans on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill.
And another catch by, of course, who else? Wrong button.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within
I mean, Adrian, how do you feel about your buddy Wrong Button doing as well as he has in this game?
Tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football.
Well, hey, I wouldn't criticize the mods there, Jose. They are here. But I took care of them. I took care of them. You know, I can't just let the mods do all the work. I have to do my part, too. You know, just because even though it is my channel, I have to let them do their part. And a touchdown catch there by who else? Your boy, Wrong Button. I mean, for Tennessee, I mean, they needed a tight end, as that was one of the few things they needed, and that's what they got him for. I tried removing him. Okay. And I appreciate that, Kelly. I appreciate.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score.
My ring celebration? Well, you have less than 8.5 minutes left to do it. I mean, right now, you know, it's kind of funny that Tennessee only had been to the Super Bowl one time. And of course, it was against the Rams, and yet they were that close to winning it IRL. A few more yards and, you know, a few more yards on that catch by Dyson, and we could be talking about Tennessee winning by that much, but instead they lost by that much, though.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are...
Yeah, they were literally 1 yard away from winning it. So the fact that you're seeing Tennessee win it the way that they are, that just goes to show that, you know, if you get the right players and you get enough talent on your team, this is the result that you'll get.
They'll come out throwing here on
nice catch there.
He's got Jack Doyle.
Good catch there by Doyle.
25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
it would be more poetic if it was against the Rams, which would have happened if Indianapolis hadn't beaten them in the previous round in the semifinal.
Just inside the 30.
Without question, the Raiders. That's my favorite team.
They'll set up to throw.
And almost got picked off again.
Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw.
But yeah, as far as favorite football team, it's without a doubt the Raiders, because
recently
you know,
I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without
simply for the fact that I'll be honest, when I was growing up, like during school, up until like when I got to college, most especially in high school, I just was thought of as an outcast, really. I know that may be hard to say nowadays, but I was an outcast, and the Raiders were considered outcasts. And sadly and of course Jamar is crying, and I don't blame him, really. I probably would be crying too if I was on the Colts. I mean, I cried just as much when Tennessee beat Seattle, and I was on Seattle. My friend, or I was myself, I was on Seattle, and we lost to Tennessee in the semifinal. Anyway, nice catch there by Greg.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game is
so Greg having himself a good game, but just not as good as the ones that the Titans are having.
All over the place against them, gets big yardage and puts points on the board. They have pride too on that side of the ball.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10.
I can't stand Seattle. No offense, DJ.
Back to throw again.
Nice catch, and nice catch there by Pascal, but
leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
But really, it's just a matter of time.
Fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can.
Kind of funny I said that, because Brooke Benton,
he often can go for big yardage.
he came out with a song in 1959 called "It's Just a Matter of Time." Very good song if you ever get a chance to listen to it.
They'll look to throw again.
If only you can call matches like this, but What, you mean games like this? Seattle won for real. Shifty would be happy. Yeah, he probably would be happy if it was them instead of the Titans. Then of course we wouldn't know how the game would have went between them and Indianapolis. It's a big what if.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And a completion to, I couldn't see it. Oh, that's Diamond Light. Great catch there by Diamond Light, but again, too little too late. The Seahawks and the Cowboys make me want to puke.
That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They're going to look to throw.
And Elmeister.
Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle.
Well, he gets into Doyle, but they get it at the 1.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on.
So wait a minute. Is this what you would look like if somehow you ended up on the Cowboys or a Seahawk uniform?
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
I'll let Adrian answer that, but in the meantime, They give it to Johnny Taylor, and he gets it in, and that's only his second touchdown since quarter number 1.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, let me check my phone in case someone's trying to call me.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is down to 24.
Yeah, I kind of find it hilarious the fact that Taylor was celebrating like they had a chance to win. Kind of like with what happened with Chase Claypool. Of course, I know that our good friend
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football.
And they went for an offside kick, and wait a minute, they still ended up with the ball, and they get to the 32, but wow.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The handoff running left.
Anyway, they give it up to the D-Train, Derrick Henry, but right now they're just content with running the clock down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down...
And wait, we got a flag, and what's the flag against? What's this? A holding against Tennessee, and it was against Ben Jones, and that's going to put him back 10 yards.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Well, unfortunately, that's going to negate that.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off play action, Tannehill.
And, oh no, wait a minute! Intercepted! Popped out!
Interception. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to have it here.
So the Colts end up getting it, but they'll have to start at the 7, but we have an injury. I'm surprised what happened there, but... And then Clinton's like, just hand the ball off to Henry. Well, instead of doing that, that might have resulted in one of their linemen getting knocked out for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready.
And in fact, that's their 4th turnover.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
All right, so nice catch there by Greg Harris, but they got to keep moving.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could... Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many
Plus, they're going to
times.
do what the Falcons did. Hey, MSW, what's up?
Now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Pascal.
All right, so they get it to Pascal.
Across the 30-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive
Well,
cap
they're
on
getting
right
first
now. I know
downs,
they're
and that's
saying
great,
don't give up any
but they have to
plays
keep moving.
now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying to plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And Elmeister with another completion to Doyle. And look at the Titans celebrating. Of course, that's what happened with the Falcons. If you know, as Adrian pointed out there, they took their foot off the gas and they lost because of it.
Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw.
And an incompletion.
Off that time as that one falls to the ground. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
JT, I would party, but I'm more focused in pushing myself to train harder and harder and even harder.
Now back to throw.
And another incompletion. Unstoppable force. We all know that.
Matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them. Unable to do so on that play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the
and and an incompletion there, and that's going to give Tennessee the ball on downs.
And dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
I guess if you want to, Super Mario. I don't know why. I mean, you sent me the Lenny Kravitz song, "It Ain't Over Till It's Over" on Twitter. Yeah, you did. Or actually, I think I did. Yeah, I did. I don't know why.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
But yeah, you got to run the ball here.
Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he keeps, wow, he powers through to get 7 yards, does O. Henry.
I chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line.
We don't bring that up.
Exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Henry again on 2nd down.
And they get a 1st down just before the 2-minute warning. And I'll tell you what, Tennessee just, I will say this, Tennessee has played their best game in spite of the turnovers.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna let run around or desert you. My Niners did the same thing to the Chiefs. Put their foot off the gas.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
A jet sweep fake.
Continues. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And they don't get the 1st down there.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down.
Well, not a problem, but also I want to say congratulations, most likely, on becoming a Super Bowl champion, Mr. Super Mario Anderson. I mean, I can't believe it, though. I mean, I knew Tennessee was good, But I did not think they were going to be able to steamroll against the Colts the way they just did. 3, 2, 1. They won't run the play. Why would they? So the Tennessee Titans are the first ever two-time Super Bowl champions.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
For JT Price,
that's pretty phenomenal.
For
right
Super Mario Under, for Jose Blanco and Wrong Button, they have won their first ever Super Bowl. And for Brandon, it's his second.
That your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there. And now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Did you get the bubbly ready? This one's over, and it is. Player of the game is Rashad Evans with 5 tackles, a touchdown that came from a pick 6.
For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
There you see Tannehill, Henry, Jones. Can't see the other guy. Oh, and Evans. And the coach, of course. But we will see you next year, of course. Wow, just what more can be said? I mean, Tannehill had 3 touchdowns. I mean, let's take a look at some of the highlights. I mean, both guys were under 100 for the rating, but Ryan Tannehill had the higher of the two. And the better completion percentage, the most yards, most touchdowns, but also, sadly, more interceptions. But Elmeister couldn't really do much, unfortunately. But Derrick Henry, man, 2 touchdowns and 83 yards on 18 runs. That's pretty good. I mean, Jonathan Taylor had a great game of his own. It just wasn't enough. And then, of course, Wrong Button had 126 with 10 receptions and a touchdown. Greg Harris also had a touchdown of his own as well. But A.J. Brown had 2 of them. And then defensively, we also had Rashaan Evans, excuse me, with an interception that became a pick 6. And he also forced a fumble as well. I mean, what more can be said? I mean, they just did everything right, did the Titans, more than the Colts did. But with that, that's going to do it. So congratulations to the Titans, and I'm happy that you feel great, Mr. JT. I really do. And for everyone else, including the likes of Diamond Light and Najee and the rest of the Colt players, nothing to be ashamed of. They really don't. I mean, a lot of first-timers managed to win the Super Bowl like that. So, what more is there to be said? Wow. As Jimmy G would say, feels great, baby. Well, I'm happy that it does. I really do. So, with all this said, that's going to do it for Season 7. Season 8 will have 4 teams, but each team will have 10 players, so that's going to be the most that any team has ever had. And then after that, we'll be back to free agency. So with that said, that's going to do it. So do stay safe. And then I should also mention next week I'll just type it in the chat there. Next Sunday, we will have Monopoly on the Switch. So for those who have the game, who have Monopoly on the Nintendo Switch, let me know, and I will be sure to add you as one of the 6 players, because there's 6 players, well, or 5 if you take me out of the fact that, or 5 plus myself. You know what I mean. But that's what's going to be coming up next Sunday. As for Saturday, I'm still up in the air with that. So there might not be anything. So that's what we'll have. Yeah, Monopoly on the Switch. But until then, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22 signing off. And yes, I am, and if you're interested in playing Monopoly, I know that Jose is. But for those who do have it, let me know. And thank you, Crush and Kelly, for that. Why not have a random discussion while you play your favorite game on Saturday? Well, maybe. I might have something else. Actually, I have something else in mind. But until then, have a great day, have a great night, or whenever you're watching this. Peace, good vibes, God bless, stay safe, have a good one.